'twas way high up in the sorry peaks where the yellow pines grow tall. Rusty Diggs and a Sandy Sam had a roundup camp last fall. They had their ponies and their running irons and maybe a dog or two, and they allowed that brand every lop-eared calf to come within their view. Well, many a lop-eared doggy, he didn't hush up by day, had his long ears whittled and his old hide scorched in a most artistic way. Then says Rusty Diggs to Sandy Sam as the throat is a cigar down, I'm tired of cow biography and I figures that'll go to town. Well, they saddled him up and they hit them a lope, for it warn't no side of a ride. And them was the days that an old cow punch could oil up his insides. Woo-hoo. They starts her in at the Kentucky bar at the head of the Whiskey Road, and ends her up in the depot house some 40 drinks below. Then he winds her up and he turns her around and he goes her the other way. I tell you, the Lord forsaken truth, them boys got drunk that day. Woo-hoo. Well, as they was heading back to camp and a packing a mighty good load, who should meet but the devil himself come prancing down the road. And the devil, he said, you cowboy skunks, you better go hunt your holes, 'cause I've come up from hell's rim rocks to gather in your souls. Says Rusty Diggs to the devil, though I know we're tight, no devil ever took no old cow punch without one hell of a fight. So Rusty Diggs punched a hole in his rope, he swang it straight and true, he lassoed it onto the devil's horns and he taken his Dallas true. Sandy Sam was a ray-eyed man with his gut line coiled up neat, so he shakes her up and he builds him a loop and he lassoes the devil's hind feet. Well, they stretched him out and they tailed him down when the irons was a-getting hot. They cropped and forked his ears and they branded him up a lot. Well, they pruned him up with a dehorning saw, tied knots in his tail for a joke. Then they rode off and left him there, naked up to a blackjack oak. So if you're ever in the Siry Peaks and you hear one hell of a wail, you know it ain't nothing but the devil himself raising hell about the knots in his tail. You know it's nothing but the devil himself raising hell about the knots in his tail.